let's talk about a real budget breakdown as a family of 6. Now, this is how we survive on less than $1,000 a week. That includes savings too. Now, I know that may seem like a lot or a little depending, but we are a family of 6. I have 4 children, so I have a 15, almost 13-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So this is all of our bills. I'm going to write them all out for you guys. We're going to go over all of them, even our savings accounts, things like that, that we save each pay or each month. That way you guys can see a full disclosure budget breakdown of how we live a frugal lifestyle. Now, the thing about this is this has changed a few times. So I've told you guys before when we first started our budgeting, we were doing it straight from a notebook. Now we do keep it on the Google Keep app. It is just a free app that we keep everything track of. But we do split things into a couple different categories. So we do have all of our bills. Then we have like our little savings accounts that we have. And then we have our weekly bills as well, like our weekly expenses, I guess is what I mean to say. So in terms of bills, I'm going to literally just read these right off to you. Our house payment, $572. We do a couple charitable donation things, one to World Vision for $39, one to K-Love for $30. Our cell phone bill is $160.55. Again, we own all of our phones, so that's literally just service for 4 phones. The trash is $33.88. We pay for Paramount, $8.57 a month. The school payment is $230. That one hurts the most right now. Insurance, $99.86. That's for 2 cars. One is a 97 Ford Expedition, and the other one is a 2002 GMC Yukon Denali. Both paid for, so no car payment on that also. We have iTunes. We do pay for the family plan. It's $18.22. Our water is about $60. We have Hulu at $26.80. We have a lot of streams, okay? Netflix, $7.50. Apple storage I use for YouTube, TikTok, all my social media. I definitely pay for, it's definitely a need for me. $10 a month in storage for that, the big one. Our electric's usually about at $180. That's because we do have gas propane as well. Let's see, internet, $120. That was when we had Starlink. We just finally got fiber, so that's actually getting ready to drop down to around $65. I love that. Mia Prep is Connor's homeschooling that we use. That one is $48. So we use Mia Prep and Mia Academy for the kids. I can do a video on that if you guys want. Just leave a comment down below. I love that, especially for them where they are older. It helps so much where they're older. Amazon Prime, $16.08. So that is all of the bills, like the actual bills that come out per month. That's why I say we don't like to have a lot of bills come out. That total is $1,658. So actually about 400, if you divide that, 415 a week for bills. So that's all of our bills. That's why when I tell you guys in our other videos we don't like payments, it's that number we're trying to bring down. That's the one we're really trying to take a huge chunk out of. Now, in terms of other things like other expenses that come up that are bills that you pay in bulk, like for us, our house taxes, things like that aren't in our mortgage. So we have our house taxes, our house insurance, and our propane. We put aside money every pay for that. That way, when those bills come up, we pay them. So we do 15 for the taxes, 35 for the house insurance, and 35 for the propane. That has worked for us for years at this point. Then you have our budgets. Now, these are the ones like I talked about before, like stuff for the car, the clothing, and the house. All of that has been huge, being able to save that. We have the car budget, $35. That pays for tags, car, any cart maintenance, oil changes, things like that. Now, sometimes that number we do have to take from savings if something huge comes up, but this is just like your basic, just kind of like the basics. So those are, we do per pay on those as well. So it's $35 for the car, $50 in the clothing budget, 50 for the home repair. So that's 135 per pay. Very, very important to have that because we did buy this repossessed trailer. So it's great to have that extra income, extra savings for repairs and things like that. Then we also do $50 per pay to the Christmas Club. I've talked about that before as well. That really helps with our Christmas shopping, help keeping that down so it doesn't feel so overwhelming all at once, but that really helps as well. So if you're looking at that, that's $25 a week that we're setting back for Christmas. So another thing that is helping us in the future to take a lot of those stresses down. Now the Christmas Club goes to a separate account, just like all the other savings that we have. So those go to an actual checking account. That way, if we need them, we can get access to those. So they don't actually go to a savings account. They go to a regular checking account. That way, if we need clothes, we need stuff for the car, we need stuff for the house, just comes right out of that account. When we get into our weekly budget, this is where I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, there's no way that I could do that because whatever, wherever you live or things like that. You have to make the budget work for you. You're not going to be able to use my budget. You could use it as a guide of what, you know, like, oh, I need to budget for this, I need to budget for that. But this is specifically local to my, like, for my area. We do gas, food, and then households. So gas, $60 a week we spend in gas. Sometimes we use that, sometimes we don't. Honestly, it just kind of depends. We do live out in the middle of nowhere. We're pretty far from like our church, from, you know, town, things like that. So we do have, I mean, you heard we have big SUVs, older SUVs. They do take a good bit of gas. So we do usually come pretty close to that. We've gotten pretty good at figuring that out strategically. Then we do $200 a week for food. That is dining out. That is grocery stores. That's it. $200 a week. That is $800 a month that we spend on food. So for our family of 6, that's it. That's literally it. That's why we have to get very strategic with stocking the pantry and keeping track of things, because that budget is what it is. Then we do $35 a week for our households. So this is our shampoos, conditioners, toothpaste, toilet paper, paper towels, anything paper products, anything like that. Same thing as well. Once you get this on a rotation, it is doable. Okay. A family of 6. It's a lot of high knees to wipe. We do stick to that budget. You just have to get strategic with the way you do it. Now, when we first started this, sometimes you do have to pay up front just to get yourself on a good level. But once you start running out of things, you'll notice you kind of can do it. Like this week we'll get this, next week we'll get that. It's doable. So what do you guys think about our budget? Do you think we're insane? Do you think you could do this? Comment down below what you think, what you thought was the most shocking. I would love to hear from you guys. But that total, like I said, if you look at that, it is actually did figure it out. It's $844 a week that we spend to live. That's our everything else, savings, anything like that. Any extra that goes above that does go into savings. So that's good as well. But that is a very, very tight budget. You can see, which we have mastered over the years, learning how to make the most of everything. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Make sure you leave your comments down below. I would love to know what you guys think. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. That way you can get updates when I post new videos. I usually post every Wednesday and Saturday. So don't forget to hit the bell notification so you also get notified. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.